welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jenny and I am so nervous. I have been nervous because, well, I have anxiety, so that's really probably why I'm nervous, but also because I have had this Blendiful by Tati Beauty in my hot little hands for, I'd say, a week to probably 10 days now. And I have been looking or trying to build the courage for the perfect moment to get on here, to open it up, to use it, to play with it, and to be vulnerable also. You guys know that I'm new to showing the world how I do my makeup or getting behind this camera, and it just is a scary thing. And then this is a completely new product. I am no makeup artist whatsoever, nor would I claim to be. And so this was intimidating, or is. And I know I'm not the only one, but yeah, I've just been trying to build up the courage to do it. And also, I'm just hoping it is like a game changer and I have that flawless skin that you guys know that I've been searching for. I have been trying so many things and I think I found a good mix, but I really hope this is even better because Tati Westbrook is like the fairy godmother of the beauty makeup world. So she came up with this product. It's called the Blendiful. It is $18 and it comes in this pretty little packaging, and her packaging is so nice. It's also very eco-friendly. And on the back, it's so cute and says no harsh lines, Exos Tati. The cleaning instructions are machine wash and dry in delicate laundry bag or gently hand wash in warm soapy water, rinse thoroughly and blot dry. So I'm sure some of you have seen this, maybe not everybody. It is very interesting and I'm scared, but let's go ahead and rip her open. So, okay, oh, here they are. Tati Beauty and a cute little heart one. And it actually feels different than I expected. I thought it would feel more like the makeup eraser cloth, and it is semi-similar, but that still has a weird feeling to me. I'm not a huge washcloth or the makeup washcloth either fan, but these do have a different feeling to them, kind of like a little teddy bear or stuffed animal. I don't know how to describe it, but this one's harder and people said it was harder, but it doesn't feel as hard as they made it out to be. And this one is just really huge, like as big as my face, which is cool because I need to use it on my face. So, so intimidated by it, y'all. This one, she says, is like kind of more one that you can take it on the go and like fix up your makeup throughout the day, like maybe like press stuff in, or if you have oily skin, blot dry your skin and kind of do a quick fix up that way. But here is the lady of the hour. And you know what's also cool is you can turn it back over and use the other side. So it could be two-sided. I'm not sure how I feel about having to wash it all the time, so that we'll see how that goes, because here's my Real Technique sponge, and I obviously didn't like wash it yesterday, which these stain, so but I'll have a trick to show you how to get the stains out and make them look brand new, and I will show you in an upcoming video, so be on the lookout for that. But she says to go ahead and use a pore filling primer to, if you're going to use this to press in the primer. So it would be a pore filling one. If you're not gonna use a pore filling one, then you might as well just use your hands and get it, you know, blended in yourself. So let's go ahead and start out with this. I've been really enjoying this Primed and Poreless by Too Faced. This is one that my sister gave me for Christmas, and it comes out like with a, you know, skin color, so it's really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and put some right on. I'm gonna use this corner because I feel like this is the best corner to like do stuff with, but this corner is actually not bad. But I'm gonna use this one because I think this corner seems more useful already. And I did just use a generous amount. Oh wait, I'm gonna pin back my hair real quick. So let's go ahead with our Jeffree Star mirror. And I have very large pores. Is what I've learned throughout this journey. And we're just gonna wipe it on in. It feels a little strange, but it is blending very well. But it does feel strange. You know what? Let's do half Blendiful, half sponge slash my makeup brush that I normally use. And let's see what the difference on the two sides of the face is. So I'm gonna use this side, what I normally do, and then do this side how I'm gonna do it today with the Blendiful. Let's do that. It's already like kind of absorbed, and I feel like, well, maybe not. I feel like I don't, oh no, touching my skin, I definitely have plenty more to go around, so that's cool. So I did obviously do my eye makeup and my eyebrows because I wanted it to be done and just focus on my face. So yeah, that feels good, and it feels very smooth, so it definitely made its way around my face. So I'm gonna do this side the way I would normally do my face, which is like this. Next up, I'm going to do the foundation, the fun part. And I'm gonna use my Infallible, it's 24-Hour Fresh Wear by L'Oreal. This is my favorite. I've been really enjoying this. Before I found this one, I hadn't found anything that was lasting me throughout the day. It would always break up. I mean, this one still breaks up and it isn't perfect, but my makeup stays on pretty well, so I don't know if I should be putting it on my face and then doing this or what. Okay, actually I'm gonna do it the way I normally do it, which is on my hand. Oh, I'm running out of this. Wow, that's how much I like it. So I'll put it on my hand like I normally do, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It seems like this would just soak it all up, but I've seen people say it doesn't, so we'll see. And I like to start out in the targeted area of my face to where I want the most coverage, which is like right here, so. It's going on pretty neatly. I have seen some people say that you should wash it first, but I really wanted to do a super like first impressions with y'all, have it opened and everything on the camera. And I already forgot a step that I always do. I always forget it when I go on camera, and that is taking this Infallible Full Wear concealer. I like to put it like on the spots that I have, and it's literally like the same color almost as my foundation, but it's not the same color. And plus, since the concealer, I guess it's probably a little bit more full coverage, but I like to put that on these spots to help cover them up. It doesn't fully cover them, but it helps. Yeah, the spot, I don't know what that is, like almost as like a capillary breakage type of situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and use, I don't know what corner to use. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and fold it a little and try to blend those areas out just ever so slightly. This would take some getting used to. I could see that happening, but I mean, it's working well and it goes on quickly and easily, so that's cool. But for me personally, my face doesn't take that long. My makeup period doesn't take that long. I mean, it might look like my makeup would take a long time because I wear a full face every single day, but it really doesn't take that long. So I still have some product. I'm gonna come back now that I kind of blotted those spots a tiny bit. I mean, I don't even worry about blending out my concealer spots too much because I just basically go over them with my foundation anyway, so I never really do it too much. I just basically put it on to where it covers. I like the way this is feeling around my nose. Oh, but I am having some problems that Paige Corin had, and I felt so bad for her because people were so awful because she was having like fuzz come off of her Blendiful onto her face, and I'm having the same problem. And that's probably another reason I was so worried. Like, I really adore Tati and I don't want to be negative, but if the truth is, if it's not a good product, or it has it, not even if it's not a good product, but if it has its problems, then it has its problems. And that's what we're supposed to do by, you know, we're supposed to come on here and just say everything is great all the time if it's not. So I felt so bad for the way people treated her because that wasn't her fault that her Blendiful was like, needed to be washed first. That only happened once to me, luckily, so I have a little more. The coverage is not nearly as full as when I use my brush, so I would need to put more on, which I don't really care for that. Plus, I get ready so early in the morning that, you know, I really don't have time to have extra steps. I just have time for a few steps and I need to get out the door. But I was really hoping this was just fast. I was actually hoping it would be faster. But actually, when I first started doing more full coverage makeup, it took me longer and then I got used to it. So there's always that learning curve with a new product that might take you a little while longer at first, but then eventually, you know, it goes faster once you get the hang of it. So I could see that happening. Like first impression, I personally feel like my brush just makes it go on so quickly, and then I just dab it with a sponge. So I kind of think I like the way it's helping me under my eyes though. And it also can be used for cream and powder products. So that's really awesome. It's just different. And I don't know if I told you guys, but it's $18. I feel like as a consumer, it's a little expensive, but people are saying that it's not expensive because I guess other puffs can cost that same amount. But for me, I'm like, it's a little high, especially if we don't know how long it lasts. There's a few questions I have, and I'm gonna be honest that I was a little disappointed that I hadn't seen a video from Tati like really describing how to use it. She did have a video slightly describing how to use it and telling us about it, but it wasn't like very detailed. It wasn't her just slowly showing us and telling us more about it. And you know, maybe there's reasons for that, I don't know. But I have some questions like that. See the difference? This just goes on for me so easily. And I go back and forth between liking a brush and liking a beauty sponge. So it just kind of, I think recently I'm back to that I like the brush. So the coverage looks like identical to me though, to be honest, for these two applications. Looks pretty identical. Let me try to dab it. It is weird that it's not supposed to be wet. I'm gonna go ahead and do this because this is what I would normally do with my beauty sponge. Once I put my foundation on, I would pat it into my skin like this. I always do that. Let's use the Blendiful to do that instead. I don't have any more of that fuzz. It was just one little piece of fuzz. I do like the way I can make that sharper line here because I'm not perfect with my eye makeup yet. And of course I'm wearing the Tati Neutrals palette volume 1 on my eyes. I mean, naturally, that was fun. Yeah, I could see liking this for different reasons, and I could see it definitely doing great things eventually. Right now, it's just like, I don't know how to use it just yet. Okay, so I have that on, and I do not wear a lot of concealers, so I figured this might be a little boring for you guys because I have under eye issues, which you know, because I've spoken about, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in a little in this corner, and I'm using the Boing. It's the industrial strength concealer. I found this at the duty-free store when I went to Mexico. And ever since I found this, it's really helped me a lot. It's super light, but it has good coverage at the same time. And I put it on my eyelids every day and put my eye makeup on after I set it with a powder. And then I put just a little bit under my eyes to help get rid of these dark circles. So this might be good to blend more easily because it already spread really well over there. So actually, that was really fast because my under eyes do take me a little while longer. I use typically, where are you at? Where are you at, girlfriend? I use a concealer brush and it's not big, not small. Here it is. I've been using this concealer brush and I already said I was gonna use what I normally use on this side and do Blendiful on this side, and I already messed up because I'm like, woo, right into this side with the Blendiful. Sorry guys, I got excited, but I like the way it did my under eye already. I really like the way it did my under eye. It was quick and it spread out really nicely and covered like a lot. I do need to go in for a little more. And I'm gonna just dab it right here because that's where I have the trouble the most. But I like a bright under eye. Not everybody does, but I really do. I just like the way that looks. And let's go into this side. It's a little hard to control, but again, this is all learning curves. So but you can bend it. You could do all, like, not all kinds of things, but I'm sure there's lots of ways to use this. So again, I don't use a lot. So for me, I'm almost there already with just like dabbing. I kind of feel like, yes, it's picking up the product and spreading it well, but I feel like it's also like, where's it going? Because it's going over here and not right here. But it doesn't look creasy like it normally looks. It looks more smooth, so that's really nice. Yeah, I feel like the coverage of the foundation is not as much as normal, and I definitely want a full coverage face, so it would take some getting used to. But I could see how you could just kind of keep blotting and dabbing and moving and playing, and I wonder if this would have worked better for the under eye. I mean, it very well could have, but we will try that again. I'll be trying it out for a while. I'm definitely gonna have it in some other videos. So, okay, I'm gonna actually, because I feel like it's covered in creams. I don't do cream contour and cream blush just yet. I mean, maybe someday I will, but I've never really tried it. And I definitely don't want to try anything different because I want to try the way I normally do my makeup, so I can kind of give this a good opinion or not. That way I have a good opinion about it. So, you know, I can't start using different products like, oh, it doesn't work when I'm doing something totally different than what I normally do. So I just went ahead and put some of my Laura Mercier powder in the cap, and I flipped the ribbon over, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it and try to just powder my face. It's quite a bit of powder. And I'm gonna blend. It definitely is going on way more than normal. But maybe that'll be good. And I like the way the powder is going on, but I feel like I'm using more than I might normally use. But I mean, to be honest, maybe it'll stay on my face really well. I don't know. And I always kind of go over my eyebrows because y'all know my eyebrow situation. Don't forget your neck, because I did use some foundation down there, and of course I want to set it, so hopefully it doesn't come off and ruin anything that I touch. That's the one thing I hate about makeup. Like when you hug people, you like try to stay away from them so that you don't get it on them, because it's like so embarrassing, and how awful for them to have like makeup on their shirt all day. Okay, so my face is set. I feel like right here, this is the side, yeah, this is the side when it is not very full coverage, and you can see my freckles underneath. But I do end up going in and putting bronzer and blush, so it normally covers that up anyway. Sometimes my brush does that too. So I'm gonna go in next with my Too Faced Natural Face palette, and that's how that looks. And use my Sunny Honey bronzer. I'm gonna go ahead and use this corner. I've been nervous about the bronzer part. Guys, this palette, it smells like the beach. I cannot wait. We're going on a cruise in March, and it's right around the corner at this point. And I normally just kind of like, oh, well, that definitely put in way more product than normal. Not used to that. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm sure I could keep blending it out. I mean, I do like a chiseled cheek, so that was kind of cool if I could figure out how to do that properly. Yeah, it actually kind of gave me that chiseled look without too much effort, because normally, let's go ahead and show you what I normally do, because I said I was going to do that and then I didn't do that, is use my bronzer brush and just swirl it in. I do this, but I don't know, a lot of people do this, and I don't really know how you do it, but I just want to get some product on my face, and I like that like chiseled look, like I said. So yeah, it definitely used my bronzer way quicker, and there's still a ton of product there. So maybe it's the way to, you know, maybe it's not perfect for everything, or maybe it is and I don't know how to use it yet, but I like the way that looks. So, and then I do like this by my forehead, like a C. You do dab it, dab it, dab it. And then if I didn't do it that way, I would do it this way. Kind of do my hairline. Bless your dog. My dog is sneezing. He's so sweet. And then I like to get my chin. I have a wide face, so I definitely want to try to slim it out with my makeup, but I still am not sure how to do so. And then I'm going to bring it down my neck. Of course, I like to be a little tan looking. And like I said, use this side, this way. I don't know. I can't figure out how I feel about already doing that. And then last but not least, well, not really, I'm almost last. I'm going to get some blush. I like my blush, like I've told you guys. I'm going to use this corner of the Blendiful, and I like to mix this color and this color, which is Pink Wink and Pink Sand. I love that hot rosy pink, but it's kind of intense. So if I do this like mauvey color, it kind of like calms it down a little bit, but not a lot. And I like to do it like this. Okay. Definitely gonna take some getting used to. I'm gonna take what I normally do on this side and mix the two colors, and it smells so good, and just got a little bit in my mouth, and it tastes like coconut too, which I doubt you're supposed to eat it or taste it, but it just went in there. It smells so good. I like the way this cheek looks more. I mean, some people might not like this. It's very intense, but it dies off. Y'all will see. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do a tiny bit of my nose. Sometimes I like to do that. And let's see, we can use the middle part for highlight. Let's use my Jaclyn Hill palette. I've been enjoying this palette a lot. I really like an icy highlight is what I've decided. Well, that one actually. I think I like all the things that other people don't like. Some people must like it because they made it. And I'm gonna go ahead and, woo, yes, girl. Okay. I like to also do a little right here, or sometimes I'll do it in the middle of my head, kind of like if you were to turn, like the light hits your face type of situation. I'm gonna do some on my lip. It does disperse the product like very well. And I even like a little bit here. Not everybody likes that, but like I said, to have it kind of where the light would hit my face, it would shine. But I love it on my nose. And I'm getting lost where the product is. So this thing worked. Oh, wow. It really distributed well, actually. I'll show you what I would normally do is use the Jaclyn Highlight brush and hit my cheekbone, hit that area, hit this area. I like the way the Blendiful blended into my skin. Like over here, I put it in the wrong spot actually from where I normally put it, but it's okay. Because I like the way it hit my skin and kind of like, it blends into my skin more than the brush, where this brush is kind of setting it on top more. So that was nice. And what I would do after this, now that I'm all done, is I take a brush that doesn't have any product on it and I just kind of like try to make everything blend together. I was supposed to use my Blendiful. That was the whole point of this, to use the Blendiful. So let's go like that. Almost getting rid of any harsh product. Like if there's too much color, like for instance, my blush is too heavy, just kind of like pressing it into the skin to make it softer. And then once I do my setting spray, let's go ahead and use the MAC 6 Plus. I've been using all kinds of setting sprays. I really like setting sprays. I like to use them sometimes before I put on my makeup too. And then to moisturize my skin with my primers, and then moisturize again at the end to set it all into place. Oops. I had my mouth open for that too. Whoops. And get my fan. Then I'm going to take the Blendiful and kind of do what I normally do with my sponge. This is what I would normally do, is I would take the sponge, press it all into the skin, especially my under eye, because my under eyes get so dry. I like to use the moisture from the damp sponge to kind of like moisten it back up, but also press the makeup into my skin, basically. So I will use the Blendiful on this side to do so. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit more mascara on my bottom lashes. I tend to do that. Do you think I can use a Blendiful to do it? Just kidding. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some lip liner. I have this L'Oreal Beyond Pink. So now I'm gonna put on my, I'm gonna move that. Put on my Baddest Beige by Maybelline lipstick. I really love this lipstick. Again, my lips are so chapped. But yeah, here we are, and makeup looks pretty similar to how it normally does. So what do you think? So, okay, well, I really liked it. I didn't not like it. I'm actually thinking I had no reason to be nervous. It was very easy to use. It was simple to use. It is very dirty, and but so is the sponge. And so is my brush. So, I mean, I don't know. I definitely feel like it'd be easy to get mixed up of what product was on which corner. But, I mean, I don't know. I think you could put the products on and it's not going to be that big of a deal if they mix. That's the whole point, is that you can blend them. It's a Blendiful, and then you just get this unique look, or not even unique, but I don't know. I didn't hate it, basically. I didn't hate it. I don't know that I would need to go out and buy one if I don't have one. I need to keep practicing. I need to figure out more about this. I have some questions, like I said, so I'm not positive how I feel about it. I'm excited to have this little guy to kind of just help, you know, touch my makeup here and there and see how it goes. I'm excited to try it more and get used to it. It's like a mascara. You try a mascara and you can't really give it a full opinion just yet, because it definitely can be better the next time that you use it. I definitely feel that way. So it's hard to say if this is an award-winning product or not, because I'm also not a makeup artist. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I enjoyed it, and I will definitely use it again. So Tati, you are amazing, and I appreciate your, you know, enthusiasm for makeup and trying to change the makeup world, give us some new products, some new things to try and use. And I'm actually looking forward to her having a video that I can watch that has more detail on how to use this. But yeah, thanks guys so much for watching. I enjoyed doing this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I would be so appreciative. It really will help me out. And if you could consider subscribing, I'd be so grateful for that. And just trying to grow my channel, and I hope you're trying to grow with me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, so we just finished filming this Tati Beauty Blendiful video, and I wanted to go ahead and wash it and see how it washes up. It is pretty dirty, and I ended up using both sides. Like, some people were able to do all their makeup from cream to powder on the one side and then flip it over and use the other side for the next day. I wasn't able to do that. I didn't do that. I used all the sides in one makeup time. So I wanted to go ahead and just wash it, use some Oil of Olay soap. It's a new bar. So I wanted to try that and see how it goes. So let's see, we'll just turn it on hot. You're supposed to be able to just rinse it, use some soap, and then set it out to dry for 24 hours. So I guess every time you every time you do your makeup, you're gonna wanna do that and set it out to dry. You can see the product coming out. The soap is not really getting rid of the product. I'm kind of scared to use anything else, because in the end, you know, whatever I use on this, I am putting on my face later. It's not really coming out. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and use, I've seen someone use the Bath and Body Works soap. I mean, I am using this on my face, so like I said, I'm a little nervous to use something besides the bar soap, because that bar soap oil valet I know can go on my face, and I don't have any problems with it, but I don't know, it's not working. I just want to know that when I use it tomorrow, it's not going to have product that is going to spread all over. It doesn't harbor bacteria though, so that's the cool thing about these. And you can machine wash them, but I think that's too much trouble personally to machine wash it. I do have some fuzz coming off, so that's good. But yeah, this product is not coming off. I wonder if it is just stained now or if it's actual product still. So I'm going to take this, and it is product, so it is not washing off. I'll use some more. Well, after several attempts, I feel like this is as good as it's going to get without being saturated in soap. So there it is. I'll let it dry overnight. This doesn't look good to me though. I'm disappointed that it's not coming clean. But I mean, maybe it's just because it literally holds in the cream products and, you know, does a good job to get on your face, to distribute it back to your face. But I don't know. I don't like that. So anyways, that's how it washed up. You saw me wash it. I tried. So I hope you liked this video. Thanks, guys.